Yeah. You're not witnessing. In your neighborhood, dog.
I'm a captain.
You or Stomper, dog. I just want to know who's the man in the motherfucking neighborhood, dog. You or Stomper. Go ahead and just let us know.
I'm gonna just say this, right? Stomper is a great human being, right? but if we were on a boat, you know what I mean? And you were trying to make it to land, I'm the one that's gonna steer that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Because the homie's gonna keep us looking at the sunset. He gonna follow the sunset. You know what I mean? His mind is somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Nah, hey,
but that's my dog. Love him to death.
Speaking of that,
let's
go all the way back to the beginning. A lot of people only know you from now, right?
Yeah.
But there was a whole career before you got busted, before this whole run.
Yeah, for sure.
You were fucking hot even back then.
Yeah.
So
all I
how
did
did
was drop a
everything
few
start,
verses. Yeah.
How did everything start?
We were in the LA County jail, and Stomper was falsely accused of something that he could have got murdered for in the county jail.
Oh shit.
Yes, right. But lucky for him, the boy was there and the homie Vago. You know, at the time I think we're like 21 years old, and we're 21-year-old me is like. You know what I mean?
A little crazy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Fucking, I didn't even let the Hoodas lock my gate at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Well, it's the county jail. Like our county jail, if you got it like that, you got it like that. You know? If the Hoodas know you handle business, you take care of trash that's coming in, meaning like anybody that's not good. You know what I'm saying? They'll let you fucking roam, man. You know what I mean? So long story short, me and the homie are there fighting a string of robberies, and Stomps comes in, and we already knew the business. You know, we knew we had to more or less shelter the homie until.
Hold on. What do you mean a string of robberies? Like you guys were going around just fucking up the
doing
neighborhood?
A lot of robberies. No,
Damn.
not the neighborhood, but like the surrounding cities.
Okay,
never make the neighborhood hot, you know?
Yeah.
That's policy because all the homies will fuck us up, you know what I mean?
Damn, you're trying to get it, huh?
Trying to get it, yeah.
So Stomps comes in?
Stomps comes in, and he's my cellie, and then he had a conversation with me while I was out. He used to have an Astro van, and he used to carry fucking books of CDs.
The old school Astro vans, the square ones and shit?
Yeah, but he had his shit on 20s already.
Oh, damn.
He was on his shit.
He was ahead of his time.
He was ahead of his time. With the light under it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he had told me, hey, like, we need to get into this rap game. Because I don't know if you remember, there was a label called Old Town Gangsters at the time. And the main guy was Slow Pain and D-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Slow Pain is for
Aren't those your guys' enemies?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There we go. So the competitive nature, that's why we started rapping. That's the only reason we started rapping.
You guys are gonna battle
because the enemies were, trying to act like they were the shit in the city.
Okay.
We felt like, what? Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, we have to kill these fools, not only on the block, but...
Have you ran into Slow Pain ever
I have
since?
not, fool.
He's like, I'm still trying to battle him.
Fuck. Beat the shit out that old motherfucker.
Take it easy.
but yeah, so that's how it started, dog. Like, them fools were rapping, and we were like, we gotta start rapping, you know?
Yeah.
But we got busted, obviously, and...
Only you and Stomper, or you guys have someone else?
Only me and Stomper, nah, just me and Stomper. He always knew I could spit, you know?
Yeah.
Because I used to do meth back then. You know what I mean? So meth used to inspire me like a motherfucker. I'd be fucking...
Hey, you be sitting there writing poetry.
Yeah, exactly. So the homies knew, like, oh, this fool's like, he has potential, right?
Hey, dog, only if you never threw half of those songs away, huh? You'd be like fucking Conejo or Tupac having album after 50 album and shit. Yeah.
But, so I went to jail, and in jail, I really started getting into it, you know, being on bunks and shit. Stomps got out. I did 3 years and like 4 months, and when I got out, he was already with Capone.
Yeah.
So to him, it was a no-brainer. He was like, "Come through. We're gonna go to Criminal's Crime Lab."
Shout out to Criminal. How did he end up hooking up with them?
Through a homie, Grumpy from Cyclones. That's Capone's homie from the hood.
Okay.
He's a jailbird too. You know the homie.
Okay.
I don't know where Grumpy's at. We got to put him on a milk carton because he's been missing for like a decade. But anyway, shout out to Grumpy from Cyclones, the real Cyclones.
Yeah.
The real Grumpy. So yeah. So he put Stomps on, and Stomps, when I got out, was like, let's go to studio. So I went to Criminals, and I dropped a track called Newtown.
Mr. Criminals?
Yeah, Criminal. Yeah, I went to the crime lab.
Oh,
Shout out Criminal. Criminal's the first food
go.
ever, like, teach me how to, do it.
How did you feel like barely getting out, and then you're already with fucking Criminal?
Well, to me, I didn't really know who he was.
Was Criminal back then? Or
yeah,
no?
he was already, hell yeah. He was
like, he was already big and shit?
They were already touring. They were already, like, going out.
Way.
Yeah, they were already doing tours.
All right.
But I wasn't hip. I was busted, obviously.
You were still a street
But I get out. But he
had
had a nice studio already, He was already doing his shit. Well, he was only 17 at the time,
Oh, shit?
Yeah, he was already
way.
Yeah. At that time, I believe Busy Bone and them were already coming around the studio. Busy Bone, Little Flip,
Oh, I remember that time. Like fucking Capone was balling out at that time. And shit, huh?
Yeah, he had
Damn,
money.
You guys are lucky to be on that shit at that time.
Yeah, back then, like Lil Flip used to come and roll fucking $200 worth of like grams of kush in a blunt. And we'd be like, what the fuck?
Hey, back
we were still buying stress.
Yeah. There was,
you know what I mean? But
red hair was the shit, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Arizona red hair. Who got it? But so them fools were. So anyway, long story short, Criminal like really let me know like you got potential, fool, you know?
Yeah.
So whatever I got going, like he's I'm gonna call you in. So that's really how it started. You know, he kept calling me for features and shit. And I would always go. And then Capone obviously was like, you want to do an album one? And I was like, yeah, let's get it. But at the time, to me, it was a compliment. I didn't know I was getting suckered. You feel me? Now that
what
I'm
do you
like
mean
grown,
you didn't know you were getting suckered?
Well, I didn't, you know.
We're going to start a
whole thing. Let's not even go there. But anyways, yeah.
So hold on. From there,
yeah.
So you guys made music, right? You guys started doing all that. Then you guys got signed to Capone? As a group or just solo?
I signed my contract while I was in jail. Because on the streets, I never officially like agreed, you know?
Okay.
I was pretty smart, even though I was fucking young. But
meth.
I wasn't like meth at that time no more.
It was just over. In the beginning and shit, though? You were coming down off of
this
it?
before this time I got out, you know?
Okay,
I was like 18 on meth. That was the last time I did meth, I was like 18, you know?
Oh, shit.
After that, I got my mind right. And
fucking meth monster.
It was sick, fool, like nonstop. But yeah, so I got out, fool, and then like I said, I was sober, and he got at me at Joe Green's studio. That's when Joe Green was the man, fool, you know? I mean, he still is
the man.
He still is,
that's
but
the Mexican Easy E.
But what
right
I'm saying
there,
is, like, back then, like, he was busy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what he got going now is lightweight. You could ask him, fool. Like, back then, he was fucking on it.
Oh,
you know?
I heard the stories, though.
Yeah.
I heard the stories.
He was young. We used to keep him up all night, you know what I mean? And fucking... You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure it wasn't on Red Bulls.
Yeah, you know? So, yeah, that's back when we thought coke was like a rich man's drug, you know? The coke was in the studio. We're like, damn, you got money. We got the shiny shit right here. What's this other shit, you know? But anyways, long story short, yeah, so we agreed to me doing an album, but obviously I caught my case, you know?
So, when you said you signed when you were locked up.
I had to.
Was that when... that same case that I met you, or that was before that? Or?
That was the same case you met me for, yeah.
Oh, shit. So
yeah. So I did a stretch off of that one.
Okay, so I don't want to give it away. What album did you come out with?
It was Free Bozo.
It was the Free Bozo album.
Well, what happened was this. We agreed on an album, but I didn't get to do that album, right? So, but like I said, I had a gang, because all his producers were already calling me, you know?
Okay.
Every producer on the High Power roster at the time was already reaching out, like, hey, we want Bozo on this track. So I was going everywhere dropping verses.
Before you signed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I got busted, he was like, look, we're going to put all them tracks together for you on an album and agree to sign it, drop it as an album.
Okay.
So what you heard originally as Free Bozo was just like scattered
a verse
music.
From here, a verse from there.
Yeah, some original tracks here and there. I did some tracks on the run, you know,
yeah,
because obviously I knew I was on the run, you know.
Okay.
I was hanging out with strippers and shit in Colorado on the
Serio?
run. Savage. When I went on the run, dog, check this out.
We got any pictures?
Right. No, but
any memories?
We do actually. We do.
Memories going
we do.
Shit. Sorry, Maria.
I went on the run though. She knows all this shit. I go on my drunk rants. You know, I was like, I was somebody before you.
You know who I was back then.
You know what I'm saying? But I got the call that my house got raided, and I had a 1911 45, and I had a Glock 26. So I sold the Glock 26 for money. I got an advance from Capone. You know what I mean? Some money from Capone. And I had a Super Sport Monte Carlo, and I sold it. Bam. Which is the one that I did the crime in. So I was like, fuck it, like, this shit gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I rented a fucking U-Haul from Home Depot.
Fucking white boy was just driving down the street like, I didn't do nothing. Yeah. They put his ass over his shit. Fuck.
So I took the money for and I ran, you know? I left. I bought a 6-pack of Rock Stars, the tall energy drinks, and I drove straight to Colorado in one day, you know?
Who did you know in Colorado, though?
I knew my homie Toker's tia.
Oh, serio?
And she was like a manager for apartments. So I took one of my homegirls, you know what I mean? And I was like, hey, I need you to lease this apartment for 6 months. Like, what's up, you know? And she's like, I got you. So she came, and then she didn't want to leave, eh? You know? She came.
You guys had a relationship. Just say it.
Yeah, no, we did. That was my bitch at the time. That was my bitch.
He said my homegirl. This mother had a full-blown relationship. About to get married.
She was my she's from my hood, though.
Hey,
that's
he
why
was
I said
like,
homegirl, you know?
Marry me, because if I get locked up, I need to get conjugal visits.
She left me 2 months into my term.
No,
quick as a motherfucker. But anyway, that's nothing.
So, you guys were full blown fucking making music. Did it happen fast or was it like gradual?
Nah, it happened fast as fuck.
Because you know, like my little primos and like a lot of people that I know said that they were bumping free.
I never even did like a demo or nothing. I never hit a studio before them. Damn. I've never paid for studio to this day in my life.
So
I've never paid for a beat to this day in my life.
Serio?
My boy.
Damn.
That's like, wait, have I? Well, now I have because now it's like I'm making money, so I want to make sure fools are paid. You feel me?
Yeah.
But before I started making legitimate money off of it, like I never did. That's what I should clear that up. You know what I mean?
Okay. So all this happened, and then you get locked up. How'd you get locked up?
I got raided in Colorado. Somebody gave me up. Somebody dropped a dime on your boy.
Nah.
They came early as fuck. Fool, fucking got me.
How did that shit like fucking?
I knew it was coming.
They surrounded the pad.
Yeah, they surrounded the pad. Yeah. In Colorado, they know a guy from LA is wanted. They treat it like fucking.
They're like, let's get this.
Yeah, we're gonna get this fool.
Now, huh?
So they came. They took me. Colorado County Jail is fucking level as fuck. All that. The shit that we're going through right now with all the PCs walking mainland, they've been doing that shit like from day one. You know
way back then and shit?
Yeah, they were already doing it. Like rapists, child molesters were just fucking walking around.
Everybody's all cool with each other.
Yeah, everybody's all first thing that brought me to that shit was like I'm talking to this gava. He's like, fuck, they're gonna fucking give me life tomorrow. I'm like, man, fool, good luck. I'll pray for you, you know? So I go in the cell. I go in the cell in my celly, which is the Moreno, you know, he's like, they about to give that boy life. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, well, he was raping all them babies. Your prayer better be strong. And I'm like, raping all them babies? I was like, what the fuck you mean? He's like, yeah, he's here for killing 2 of his kids.
Damn, dog, you over there?
And I'm right there, showing him love, like sympathy. And I'm like, wait, hold the fuck up. Before I was talking to him, like he's like, yeah, you didn't know. I was like, no, I don't know nothing right here. Like,
yeah, I didn't know what the fuck.
He's like, yeah, these. And I was like, okay. So I already knew tomorrow I'm fucking this fool up.
Yeah.
So I fucked that fool
up. When those fucking doors open,
they segregated me quick. Like I was all alone, eh?
Is it different over there, like out of state jails and shit?
Well, I only went to the county jail, but it's a different. Fuck yeah, it's different.
Like a different vibe and shit.
It's way different vibe.
Oh wow.
The homies are I hate to fucking be so honest. All right, look. Hey, so the homies over there, fool, have a misconception of what this gangster shit is. You know, like they think it's a trend, dog. Like they don't really get it that we like bleed this shit. You know, like it's in your soul. You know what I'm saying? So to them, it's just like if I look fucking like a sureño, I'm a sureño, and that's as far as it goes. You know, they're not pushing lines. They're not sacrificing shit. They're not doing, you know what I mean? Yeah, they smoke each other on the calles. Don't get me wrong. They put in work and they beef and all that shit. But when you hit the county jail, there's no homie that's gonna come up to you and be like, yo, like, hey, I'm a homie, fool. Like, this is us right here. Fucking, you know what I mean? There's a kitty right here for you. We run this shit. Like, nah, it's not, you know? It's not like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Y'all ain't fucking with the south side. Bang on them, down and swing on them. Fuck a one-on-one, boy, we get the whole gang on them. Double S, it ain't a question. Who you press is Smith & Wesson. Learn your lesson, pop, go to heaven, bitch. South side, ride for the cause. Haters run their mouth, blow. Wire they jaw, better recognize, boy. The blue bandana, blues and blammers, tooth with hammers, lose your manners, peel them like a new banana. We got masses, honeys with big asses. Haters tripping, we're flicking them like ashes. Dodge hits and sticking them like cashes. Make hits and show them what real gas is. We about that life, aquí para mi raza, better get that right. Controlamos a todo con los cholos, mi gente. Puro sud, 13. Uno press double S, this outside, bitch. Yeah. All blue from my head to my shoe, got red. Southside. Uno press double S, this outside, bitch. Yeah. All blue from my head to my shoe, got drip. Y'all ain't fucking with the sound.